Hey guys, Happy Splasher here. Good morning. So right now we're going to continue with our pit run this week. So let's go check it out. Currently we're on this boss here, Yinglong Jade Shadow. Let's take a look at her skills. So whenever an allied dragon appears, they will get an attack boost. Every second turn will give reborn to allied dragons, and on the sixth turn will deal damage to enemies for every dragon. Okay, a couple of things. Looks like that first skill will give an attack boost to a dragon, so we want to make sure that we have heroes to clear these out because they're going to have stronger attack. On the second turn, they're going to get reborn to their allied dragons. I'm not sure which of their heroes are going to be considered dragons, but let's assume that it's all of them. And so because of that, we want to clear them out as quickly as possible so that way they don't get reborn. Because if they get reborn, they will be able to come back on the same cell with basic characteristics, meaning that they will be able to come back again. Also, finally, on the sixth turn, they will deal damage to our heroes for every dragon. So again, we want to make sure we clear out as many of the dragons as possible, so that way we don't take damage to our heroes, enemies being us. And then also, these two skills, the second turn and the sixth turn skill, will stack up as well. So again, it's very important that we clear out the dragons. Okay, so let's hop right in. Okay, let's first take a look at the buildings. Okay, a couple of these buildings here give negative attack. That's cool. All right, let's start with this range hero over here on D1. This Mina Helsing will deal some damage to the Warlord whenever we are attacked. Okay, we have this Anak Princess Dragon, which I guess will count as a dragon. This one will deal some poison to our ranged heroes, also do some attack steal and a health boost, and flight. So again, we do want to clear out heroes. Let's just make sure here. Let's go with this melee hero next on D3. This hero here can remove flight from enemies in line, so that is why we summon them. And then also to protect our Mina Helsing. Okay, we have the Emerald Dragon over here giving spikes, also the splash and flight. We will want to clear this out as well. Let's see here. We don't have enough attack over here, but we can at least get rid of this building, so let's do that. We also have this Danny Croc, which steals health from the enemies. We actually got rid of the building. Okay, at this point now, we are going to see the reborn happen. So let's see. We can at least clear out one dragon. We have this Matriarch here that deals some splash damage, which is why our Mina was destroyed. We'll go with a shuffle. Do we need a shuffle? No, we do have a bush over here, but let's actually do a shuffle to find some stronger heroes. In this case, we'll go with this melee hero with flight on D3. It also has mental shield for a little bit of protection. Because we didn't clear out the Matriarch over here, it now has reborn, so we'll need to clear it out twice. But it was destroyed because of the spikes on the Danny Croc over here. We have the Enlil over here with the attack steal once our Warlord is attacked, also gets a health boost. I do know that we're on turn 5 right now. It looks like both of our skills, both this damage skill and the Soulbinder skill, is ready to use. So let's mark their heroes with damage. And then I'm going to wait actually 2 turns because I do want to wait for that damage skill to happen first, so that way our Soulbinders aren't destroyed. We'll go with the building here on C2. And the reason why is because this building, one, we can get rid of it out of our squad. And then the other is that we can avoid filling our melee spots over here for the Soulbinders. So at this point, both of those heroes are destroyed. We'll keep on going with some range heroes. So we'll summon this one here behind on D1. As you can see, there are no dragons on the field, so no reborn happened, and then also no damage to our heroes. At this point, we will now summon the Soulbinders, and then we'll just continue summoning range heroes, so that we can deal some random damage with our Soulbinders to clear out the dragons. Okay, we have this Blair over here with some mental shield to the allies, and then also setting our range hero's health to 5. We'll summon another range hero, and this time we'll summon it over here on A1 because of the freeze rune actually given out from the Lady Medusa on the death trigger on B6. Okay, another Emerald Dragon again. At this point, we are going to continue summoning more ranged heroes. Yeah! I just want to get rid of the freeze runes now. And we'll go for some more damage later. We have our Morgoth still doing their passive damage over to the Warlord at the end of the turn. So not really too concerned about it right now. At this point, we'll go with a melee hero over here on A3 with the high health. The Wyvern here has flight, so that's why we couldn't attack it with the melee hero, but we're just using it as a blocker. And then at this point now, we will just continue. We'll summon Yeah, we'll summon this range hero over here on D1. This Tiling Dragon Dance has some extra move shoes for some protection, but more importantly, we're just going to summon heroes with high attack because we don't want to have our soul binders destroyed that quickly. Okay, we have the Lady Medusa, as mentioned before. When she dies, she summons 2 freeze runes on the enemy cells, and so this is why we actually do want to fill up our cells as quickly as possible. In this case, we'll go with... Yeah, this melee hero has high health. That's fine. Okay, as you can see, the death trigger did trigger that freeze rune, which we are looking to get rid of. We'll do another shuffle. And then we'll just summon this range hero here on A1 with low attack. Once our range hero attacks here, or actually my 10 attacks, we'll be able to destroy this hero. Okay, we had our Tiling Dragon Dance destroyed by poison. That is okay. Summon another range hero over here on D1. And at this point now, as long as we keep clearing the dragons and the enemies out of the way, we should be all set. So we'll do another shuffle, find another range hero. And in this case we do. We'll summon this one over here on D1. Okay, we have some more poison happening again, and that's okay. Summon this melee hero with the high health just to block. And there we go. So that was Yinglong Jade Shadow. Okay, we are now on the final boss of this week. This is Tempus Fugit. Let's take a look at his skills. So whenever an ally dies, we'll give a health boost to a random ally. Every third turn, we'll summon an electric tower. And then on the 5th turn, we'll summon 3 electric towers. Okay, so a couple things. Looks like whenever we destroy one of the enemies, ally meaning an enemy, they will get a health boost to another one. So we want to make sure that we have heroes with high attack or somehow clear out all the heroes at the same time so that we don't get a health boost. On the 3rd turn, we'll see an electric tower. We'll have to see what that does. And we would want to destroy that. And then on the 5th turn, we'll also see 3 electric towers. So we want to have heroes that actually have multiple attack or can deal other forms of damage. And then also find ways to deal more damage to the Warlord. So that way, even though we will be blocked by some electric towers, we'll still be able to deal damage to the Warlord. Okay, so yeah, let's hop right in. Okay, let's take a look at the buildings. As you can see, it is a combination of buildings that can deal damage to our heroes, all of our heroes, and then also damage to our Warlord. So let's start with, let's go with the hero with high health over here on D3. As you can see, as we destroyed one tower, another one got a health boost. Okay, we have this Tesla X. This Tesla X deals damage at the end of the turn for each hero on the field. Also, whenever a hero dies, and then also at the beginning of the turn, we will want to destroy this. So in this case, let's find a hero with high health or high attack. And not quite in terms of high enough, but this will be okay. I know that this Aravata, as you can see here with the skills, whenever our Warlord is attacked, will heal, but we won't get attacked. So let's do another shuffle. Okay, in this case now we have... Oh, this will be good. Let's go with the leader Nilin here on A1. As you can see, once it destroys something, we'll be able to get 2 hollows, and we'll also get some extra attackers. We're taking some damage every time a hero is destroyed, which also includes these buildings. Okay, in this case now, we have this Tesla Tower, which deals some damage to our heroes when they come on play. Also, extra damage in the line. Let's go with the hero here with high attack. Okay, taking some additional damage, and that is okay. Okay, here's an additional tower. This electric tower deals damage to our heroes at the end of the turn. At this point, let's see. I'm not going to actually summon any more heroes because we want to leave our soul binders available. So in this case, we will just skip the turn. As you can see, we're taking additional damage, and that is okay. Okay, that Tesla X coming back into play again. This time we'll do our damage skill, and we can't mark these heroes for damage because they are buildings, but we'll play out the soul binders, so that way we can deal additional damage to buildings. And each one of these soul binders will trigger every time one of our ranged heroes attacks, so we actually have enough ranged heroes to clear things out. And so at this point we just wait, because we can't summon any more heroes. Oh! Again, we are taking additional damage from those Tesla X's coming out because we have a lot of heroes on the field. And then we actually had another tower that dealt damage to us at the end of the turn. Okay, we actually have our heroes gone this time, and this is good because we can now summon another hero. So in this case, we'll summon the Villainous Mad Genius. As you can see, he heals our Warlord at the end of the turn. And so let's go with this hero over here on B2. And the reason why, every time we attack the Warlord, we are getting a health boost to our heroes around. And actually, we're getting a health boost at the end of the turn, so we can now play around all of those Tesla X's. So in this case, we're going to keep the... we'll actually do one more shuffle. Let's see if we can find any other heroes. In this case, let's see here. I know this hero deals damage on male enemies. This hero here... this hero deals damage to a random order enemy. That'll actually help us clear out potentially one of these buildings, because each one of these buildings is an order hero. And we can deal a little bit more damage than with the hollows. On top of that, we have gained a lot of health because of the Villainous Mad Genius. So now we're just going to just do the auto over here, because we can't summon any more heroes until all our other heroes are cleared out. With all of our heroes getting the health boost around the Villainous, as you can see over here, these won't be destroyed, but only these ones can. So even with those Tesla towers and electric towers coming out to deal damage to us, we're now back to full health, as you can see. And there you go. So after all that, that was Tempus Fugit. Okay, so that was it for the pit run this week. We will see you guys later. This is Happy Splasher, signing off.